What if I told you that Impervatek in Skate 4 will actually destroy all of society, not just the skaters' world? What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Animated Cartoon Conspiracy Theory, the same web show that's going to challenge you to do all the moves that you know how to do in real life in Skate 4. Now that I can do ollie, I can do a little kickflip, I can push. But we're going to talk about one of the newest games that EA has made, which is Skate with a period. It's not Skate 4, but it feels more like Skate 3.5, and we'll actually explore that a little bit. But this game has literally been rolling into everyone's lives, showing them that they can have fun being a skater. You know, all the skate things that skaters do, like jump off of buildings and skydive and kickflip. But there's actually something sinister going on inside of this skate paradise. And that, overthinkers, is what we're going to uncover today. So make sure you put on your helmet, slap on those knee pads, and make sure to come along for the ride, because this is about to get sketchy. A lot of people think that the new reboot doesn't have a story. It actually does. It's more like Skate It than anything else. Now, the first game actually starts with you getting hit with a bus, but after a while you recover and then you begin to skateboard and make your name known throughout the city, which is called San Valenoa. You make your name known, you also get to meet pros, and then also get to be a part of the X Games, which you should probably already know about. And Skate 2 is where things start to change a little bit, so make sure you save this for later, share with a friend, and of course hype the video so others can see it. Now, Skate 2 actually starts off with you serving a 5-year prison sentence for trespassing. Now then, it's probably because you were skateboarding somewhere you shouldn't have been. But between the events of Skate 1 and the events of Skate 2, things have changed in the city. In fact, it looks completely different. And that's because a large earthquake hit the city, and then the city decided to rebuild, but they contracted a specific group, the Mongo Corp, who does not want you skating anywhere and will literally punch you off your skateboard if you come too close. But the only way to save skateboarding forever is by making your name known and skateboarding everywhere you shouldn't be. And you end up saving skateboarding once again by draining a dam and skateboarding through it. You then end up on the cover of Thrasher, saving skateboarding once again. And then comes Skate 3, one of the most popular installments of the series, and the one that I even played the most when I was younger. And with skateboarding being legal after Skate 2, everybody enjoys it. Now, that's why things have changed slightly. Because in Skate 3, you move to a whole new city known as Port Carvington. And you, the main character, and somebody else basically do this so that way you can land a sponsorship deal with an energy drink company. But you fail. So instead, you spend the majority of the game building your reputation as a skateboarding brand, and then again ending up on the cover of Thrasher after some cool skateboarding event. But the thing about the Skate series is that it's always been about being the outsider of somebody who doesn't want you there. Whether in Skate 1, where nobody wanted you to skate, or in Skate 2, where you couldn't skate, or in Skate 3, where nobody wanted to sponsor you and you had to build your own brand. Now, we can't exactly talk about the Skate series as a whole without talking about Skate It and how it actually ties into the rest of the series, because this will help us understand what the newest Skate is all about. Now then, Skate It was a game that came out on the Wii, the DS, and iOS, and Skate It happens to take place between Skate 1 and Skate 2. And after the events of Skate 1, there was a massive earthquake that happened and the city chose to rebuild. And Skate It happened to take place during the aftermath of the earthquake, allowing you to skateboard around all of the destruction. And the new Skate game kind of does a similar thing, because the new Skate game is actually Skate 3.5. Because during the events of Skate 3, you basically make your own brand and everybody ends up loving skateboarding in the end. But this is where this one character comes in. His name is Shingo, and Shingo happens to appear in every single game, including the new one. And in the new Skate game, he's also known as the creator of V. And this is actually kind of important too, because Shingo is a part of the SVCC, the San Vansterdam City Council. And he, along with Izzy, tells us that they created San Van specifically for skateboarding. Now, why is this? They both come from a place where skateboarding became super successful and actually helped the city to rebuild. So Shingo gets the bright idea to make an AI that makes it easier for people to get into skating, and ends up assisting in creating a city that is made specifically for skaters, because it brings so much money and it's successful. But one of the major things inside of Skate 4 is that you cannot take damage in San Vansterdam. The game literally encourages you to skydive off of buildings in order to make slams a part of your line to get points. But VR AI assistant that everybody seems to love and hate actually explains this to us. She says the reason why we're able to even do this is because of an innovative company called Impervatek. Impervatek basically has a whole lot of testing sites inside of San Amsterdam. And they have more than one facility, so why would they need this? Well, not only is Impervatek housed in San Amsterdam, like they have their whole headquarters there, they also happen to buy out some of their facilities from a certain somebody that we know from the previous games, that being M Corp or Mongo Corp, the same as that group that rebuilt San Vallenona in Skate 2. And the reason why Shingo is a part of this whole thing is because he is partnered with Impervatek. By being a part of the SVCC, he helped build San Amsterdam into this utopia for skaters. He probably wouldn't be able to do this for free, you know? So it's very possible that Impervatek infused a lot of this unicorn money to help build San Amsterdam. In return, they get to test out this wonder drug to see if it works, allowing us skaters to literally do the impossible. Skaters should not be able to do this. But the reason why you can do all of this impossible stuff in Skate 4 is because of Impervatek. Now, we learned from our human-voiced AI assistant that Impervatek has made a drug that makes you invincible. Now then, the idea of being invincible is not all that bad, especially if you're a skater who probably falls on their face or face plants a lot. But the problem isn't you taking no damage whenever you fall or hurt yourself, it's the psychological implications that society as a whole will end up feeling or not feeling. Let's take a look at real life. Now, there is a real life disease that can make it almost feel like you're invincible, and this is known as CIP, or congenital insensitivity to pain. Now then, the thing with this disease is that you can still feel things, but pain is not necessarily being transported to your brain. It also makes it harder to feel temperatures. This puts people with CIP at a higher risk for infection or damaging themselves not knowing that they did so. And because most of the time younger kids are identified to having this, they're more prone to fracturing bones over and over again and not realizing that they're hurt. Now then, this does not mean that your body wouldn't react to cuts and burns. It would still try to heal itself. It's just that you would not be able to perceive that as pain and avoid it. Now in Skate, that might actually prove problems for people in the long term, because while people with CIP have to actively be aware of what is potentially going to hurt them or is hurting them, now look at thrill-seeking skateboarders that are looking to do the most damaging things to their bodies. As far as we know, Impervatek never says that the drug wears off. One of the sad repercussions for having this disease is that sometimes you look to feel something, and that could sadly mean trying to damage yourself. And in the world of Skate, that means intentionally damaging others. So while in the short term it seems like a paradise for skaters, it will eventually become a world where everybody is looking to basically destroy everything around them. Unless, of course, an AI voice in your head keeps you in check and make sure that you remember those skating ABCs. But is that a coincidence? I think not. And of course, if you like videos like this and more, make sure you check out all of the other videos on my page, and I'll see you in another video. Bye-bye.
Wow, just look at those two go. This will do great for the ratings.
Hey, you did great. Why not get some sleep?
Well, I think I earned it, so I might just do that.
Hey, we didn't think you'd actually record Matt's little speech.
Wait, who's this?
Well, in order to learn all, meet me on level -100. We'll discuss all of the details there.
Well, that was weird. I wonder if I should investigate. In the meantime, I'll just edit this video before I go to bed.